So welcome back guys to another video, and today I want to talk about games I've been playing recently. I can already say that this summer 2019 has just been insane for video game releases, and I'm going to have many memories remembering this summer. And the first game I want to talk about is a game that I've had a lot of folks message me, ask me if I was going to do a review, ask me how the game was, because I'm a huge Castlevania fan. So of course the first game I want to talk about is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, before I get into the initial game talk of the game, I do want to mention one particular thing. I bought the game on the Nintendo Switch. Now, before I get comments being like, oh, you got the gimped version, you got the version that's horrible, I do want to say, from my personal opinion, just playing the Switch version, not watching Digital Foundry or other folks have been taking the same clip and being like, comparison, it's not that bad of a port. It's really not that bad. First off, it does go in 30 frames instead of 60, but if you're like me and you have an older television that doesn't have high hertz and refresh rate, I don't really notice it. Also, you know, playing it portable, it's been a blast. That's one of the reasons I got it for the Nintendo Switch, because I wanted to play it while I was at work and whatnot, or whenever like my girlfriend was watching a television show, I could just play some Bloodstained. But I've just had a lot of folks that have just been regurgitating things they hear on the internet about the port, and it has flaws, but it's not unplayable. I can say that firsthand. Playing it for over 10 hours, 50% of the castle already explored. I haven't had that many issues. I know some people have been talking about the load times, saying that some of the load times are like 3 minutes long. No, there is a particular part in the game that the load was about 18 seconds because I counted, and I was like, man, that's a really long load time. But thankfully there are going to be patches coming out, and it's going to be fixed just like the PS4 and Xbox One version. But that's all I got to say about that. Let's talk about the game itself. The game is just absolutely amazing. You know, it's interesting because Igarashi, he was very comfortable with this game. He was very safe with this game. I would say this game is not breaking the mold of the Castlevania-esque gameplay or Igarashiism. Is that a word? Igarashiism? It is now. Hashtag Igarashiism. But anyway, it's a really good game, and I was talking to a friend of mine, Mikkel, and I was telling him this metaphor that I had with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is, you know, my girlfriend a couple of weeks ago made some made from scratch biscuits and gravy, something that I haven't had in over 20 years since my grandma made it from scratch, like homemade. I've eaten biscuits and gravy since then, but not homemade at the house. And I ate that meal for breakfast, and it brought back this burst of nostalgia of my grandma. And I told Mikkel that's what Bloodstained Ritual of the Night did with my nostalgia for Symphony of the Night. I feel like he took everything, Igarashi took everything that was great about the Metroidvanias that he made in the past, like Aria of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Or of Ecclesia, Symphony of the Night, took all that stuff and put it in together and made a cohesive love letter to the fans. And, you know, for $40, I would say this game is definitely worth it. If you're a big Castlevania fan, you will definitely enjoy this game. And the next game I want to talk about is a release from the Sega Ages, and that is a virtual racing. Now this was kind of an impulse buy. Like, I knew it was released in Japan for quite some time on the Japanese eShop, and I meant to get that there, but I was like, you know, I want to wait to see if it comes out to the US, and of course it did for $7.99. And you know, it's not my favorite Sega racer, but I bought it just because of the nostalgia bug. You know, I remember going to the arcades and playing virtual racing and being completely blown away by the graphics, and you know, playing it later on like the Sega Genesis and 32X, and you know, it's one of those games that really shows the testament of the time, a change in the era. So for that, I thought it was very important to support Sega and buy it. And plus, it does have online. Now, I haven't had a chance to play the online yet, but the 3 tracks are just instant nostalgia. It's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. And for $7.99, why not? And the next game was actually sent to me by Tutainment. It's called Hellmunt, The Badass from Hell. It's a roguelike twin-stick shooter on the Nintendo Switch. And you guys know I'm not particularly a huge fan of roguelites. I don't really like the randomization that the genre has to offer. But for what it is, I do say this game was entertaining. I was having a lot of fun with it. I like the different transformations. I love the art style. I love the music. It's a really fun game. It made me think of like a heavy metal version of Gauntlet. It was a lot of fun. I was having a blast, and I would say if you're a big fan of games like Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon, this may be a game that you definitely want to check out. The only thing I could see that would deter players from this game would of course be the price tag of $29.99 on the eShop. I think that's a little steep for this sort of game, but you know, I'm pretty sure it may be on sale soon, and I know some folks that really like the genre. $30 is not that big of a deal, but I do want to thank the folks at Tutainment for sending me the game. I absolutely did enjoy it. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. It's okay. And the last game I want to talk about is another impulse buy on the eShop. I have to stay away from the eShop. Sometimes I think about some of the new games that are coming out, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could go out and buy this game. Well, maybe I could buy some of the AAA stuff if I didn't spend so much money on indie titles on the eShop. But this one right here is called Kuyo Blaster. It was developed by Forever Entertainment, and I saw this in the preview and I was like, holy crap, this looks like Parodius. It looks like a off-the-wall, you know, horizontal shoot 'em up. And I'm a big fan of that genre. I love the shooters, and I had to buy it. It was on sale for like $8.99. It's normally a $9.99 title, and it really does deliver for the price. I really did enjoy it. It's got off-the-wall characters. I have to be honest, I was not paying attention to the story whatsoever. I'm pretty sure the story's off the wall and zany, but you know, I just started playing it. I just wanted to get a feel of it, maybe talk about it on the channel. And I will say, my only gripe is, play this game on normal. I tried it on beginner just because I wasn't sure how the difficulty was going to be spiked up, and it's really easy in beginner. There's only 10 levels for this game, and before I knew it, I was on level 4. I'm like, okay, I need to go back and up the ante, make the difficulty a little bit there, make it a little bit more challenging. So I would even say this is an introduction to the shoot 'em ups, or you know, some of the bullet hell shooters. Maybe you're trying to get someone younger into it. This is definitely a game to check out in beginner mode, and then it starts really kicking up in normal and hard mode. But I've been enjoying it. Not bad. Like I said, it's on sale right now as I'm making this video for $8.99. Is normally a $9.99 purchase. So anyway guys, that's some games I've been playing recently. I really enjoy making these kind of videos because it gives me a chance to kind of talk about different games in a big wide range of discussion with you, and recommend some games for you guys to check out. I really do enjoy that. But what are some games you've been playing? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. As always guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.